in the heart of the jungle, nestled amongst tall trees and lush greenery, lived a little lion named Leon. Leon was a very friendly lion. He loved to play with all the jungle animals. Every day he would go on adventures with his friends, exploring the hidden nooks and crannies of their home. But as the sun began its journey to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Leon would start yawning. It was bedtime for Leon, the sleepy lion. As the first star twinkled into existence above the tall trees, Leon's eyelids grew heavy. He yawned again, a big, wide yawn that showed off his pink tongue and sharp little teeth. It was time for bed. First things first, it was time to brush those pearly whites. Leon walked over to his toothbrush, a big smile on his face. He loved brushing his teeth. It made them shiny and kept them strong. Up and down, round and round, he brushed with care, making sure not to miss a single tooth. Then a little spit and a little rinse. His mouth felt so fresh and clean. Clean next, it was time to change into his pajamas. Leon's pajamas were a lovely shade of orange, just like the setting sun. They had little paw prints all over them. He slipped them on, feeling comfy and cozy inside. Now, every night before bed, Leon would take a big, deep breath and try to count all the stars in the sky. But there were so many stars, all twinkling and winking at him, that he often lost count. Just as he got to 8, a shooting star zoomed across the sky. Leon gasped. Did he just see a star fall? Curious, he stopped counting and went to his window to look out into the night sky. Maybe if he climbed up the tallest tree in the jungle, he could see where the shooting star landed. But then a tiny voice interrupted his thoughts. Well, hello there. Didn't see you come in. Startled, Leon turned around and saw his best friend, Ali, the owl, perched on his window sill. "Oh, hi, Ali," said Leon, embarrassed that his friend had seen him gaping at the sky. "What brings you here?" "I couldn't help but notice you staring into the night sky," hooted Ollie wisely. "Are you worried about something?" Leon hesitated, then poured out his thoughts to his wise friend. "I want to see where the shooting star landed, but I don't want to wake everyone up with my loud roar." Pondered Ali, tapping his beak. "Perhaps I can help. Hop on my back, Leon. We'll fly up to the tallest tree together." And with that, Leon climbed onto Ollie's back, and they soared into the night sky. Up and away they flew, higher and higher, until they reached the top of the tallest tree in the jungle. From here, they could see the entire jungle below them, a vast expanse of green dotted with sleeping animals. "Wow," breathed Leon, awestruck by the sight. "Thank you, Ollie. This is amazing." But there was still no sign of the shooting star. Disappointed, Leon started to climb down the tree. "Wait," hooted Ollie. "I think I hear something." They both listened intently. From below, they heard a tiny voice calling out, "Leo, Leo, where are you?" Startled, Leon quickly climbed back up the tree. "It's Benny," he whispered, his eyes wide with worry. "He's awake." "I hope I didn't wake him up." Below them, Benny the baboon scratched his head. trying to get a good night's sleep, but the sound of Leon's climbing had woken him up. "Don't worry, Leon," said Ali softly. "We'll sneak back down and get you some more wood for your fire. You can keep Benny company while I get some sleep." "Thanks, Ali," said Leon gratefully. With their mission accomplished, Leon and Ali went back down the tree. Back in Leon's den, Benny looked up at Leon with big, innocent eyes. "Can't sleep?" he whispered. Leon smiled and nodded. He understood how Benny felt. Sometimes it was hard to sleep when you were little, so Leon did what he could to help. He told Benny stories about his adventures during the day, stories of daring escapes from grumpy hippos and hilarious hide-and-seek games with cheeky monkeys. Time flew by, and before they knew it, the sky was filled with stars. And now it was time for Leon to sleep. He yawned widely, then whispered to Benny, "Get comfy, Benny, it's story time." He started with a classic "Once Upon a Time in a Faraway Jungle," and as he spoke, Benny's eyelids grew heavy. Soon he was fast asleep. Leon smiled, happy that he could help his friend. Meanwhile, back in Ali's tree, Ali woke up from his nap and stretched his wings. It was time for him to get back to work. Just then, he saw a shooting star streak across the night sky. He hooted softly. It was the perfect ending to a perfect day. As the night deepened, the jungle grew quieter. One by one, the animals settled down for the night. A family of sleeping sloths hung in a nearby tree, their breathing slow and steady. A grumpy hippopotamus snored softly by the river, his mouth open, revealing his big, sharp teeth. Even the cheeky monkeys were quiet, curled up in a ball in their cozy beds of leaves. Leon stirred. He was so comfortable in his bed of leaves that he almost didn't want to move. But then he remembered his manners. He had to say goodnight to his friends, so he yawned widely and climbed out of his den. "Good night, Benny," he whispered, tucking his little friend in. "Sweet dreams." Then he set off to say goodnight to the rest of the jungle. First, he went to the river to say goodbye to Horace the hippo. "Good night, Horace," Leon called out. The hippo mumbled something in his sleep, but he didn't wake up. Next, Leon went to the tall tree where Ollie lived. "Good night, Ollie," he whispered. The wise owl opened one eye, then closed it again. "Good night, Leon," he mumbled. Last but not least, Leon went to the monkeys' treehouse. "Good night, cheeky monkeys," he called out. The monkeys mumbled something in their sleep, probably a plan for another prank on poor old Horace. Leon chuckled to himself. Cheeky monkeys. With all his goodnights said, Leon went back to his den. He climbed into his cozy bed of leaves and snuggled up with his favorite toy, a little elephant he'd found on one of his adventures. He hugged the elephant tightly and closed his eyes. Outside, the wind rustled through the leaves, singing a gentle song. The fire crackled softly, sending sparks flying into the night sky. Above, the moon and stars twinkled down at the sleeping lion. It was time to sleep, and as Leon drifted off to dreamland, he thought to himself, being a sleepy lion wasn't so bad after all. There was nothing more important than being cozy, comfortable, and loved. And with that, our story comes to an end. We hope you enjoyed this calming bedtime story featuring the adorable Leon, the sleepy lion. If you found this video soothing and enjoyable, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who might also appreciate this calming content. Do you forget to subscribe to our channel to be a part of our family and never miss out on future bedtime stories and other engaging content for toddlers. We wish you sweet dreams and peaceful sleep. Until next time.